let's be so for real. This week has been just chaotic. I feel like whenever we set out to like take care of ourselves, we're presented with opportunities for us to grow and evolve. And this week really has tested my limits. And I'm so grateful that I decided to like start taking care of myself this month, because I don't think if I hadn't set these parameters for myself of like minimizing my screen time and moving my body every day and doing my skincare every single day, and these things that nourish me, I think I would be in a much worse headspace. So I'm gonna be really honest with you. I am having a really hard time. I am really struggling mentally and emotionally. This week really tested my limits, and I am also facing a lot of struggles with my ADHD like really rearing its head and feeling like these really big emotional shifts, and really seeing how out of balance my hormones really are and how it's affecting me mentally. The last few days I've just felt so utterly blue and depressed, and sitting down to make this video was like pulling my own teeth out. But I made a commitment to myself at the beginning of this year that every Sunday for the year I would put out a YouTube video. And I have not missed one single Sunday. Not one single Sunday. And it's wild to have this documentation of like the evolution and the ebbs and flows of my life. And right now I'm not in the upward swing. So this will be just another diary entry into the window of what is my life and this little window of reality. This week was hard because so many curveballs came our way, and every day where I thought I'd have time for myself, because I've set up space where Kyle gets rides through his health insurance to his hyperbaric oxygen treatment, because otherwise I'd be driving him an hour each way and then waiting 2.5 hours while he's in the treatment to drive him back home 7 days a week. And it was just truly burning me out, and I needed to find a solution. And we found that through his insurance he can get free rides to doctor's appointments. And then this week unexpected things come up where he had to go to the doctor 2 different days to get labs and infusions, because he's been having digestive issues that just keep getting worse and we can't seem to figure it out. And so getting some fluids to help with that. And on Friday he got a stool test to just see if there's anything happening, and previously a couple weeks ago he tested positive for E. coli, and now he's testing negative for everything. So we don't know what's causing it, and we're just waiting for Monday to roll around, because he got the labs at the end of the day and no doctor was able to review it. And it just shifted everything, where I didn't think that I'd have to go down to town, and then I had to. And then this morning I just was so excited. I was gonna have the whole day, me and Willow, hanging out and have a long glorious morning alone, because Kyle was going to hyperbarics early in the morning and his ride just didn't show up. And so I drove him. I like literally had my pajama shirt on, just like put on some jeans without having done any of my skincare or anything, hadn't had breakfast, and I had to drive him to his appointment. And like, it's not that big. It is what it is. And thankfully there was a ride that picked him up, so I literally just had to drop him off. But it was just like this stress of like, I thought I was gonna have this day and this moment, and then not. And it's really not that big. Like, people are starving and people are suffering, and like, I had to drive my husband to an appointment, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. It just was like a blow. And it's hard when the things that you want to go a certain way just simply don't. And being in a really hard mental place, it just threw me under the bus of just feeling like, what's the point of doing anything? Feeling hopeless and helpless and not wanting to move forward because I don't feel like I have the energy. And so I've been scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and all the platforms, and that's how I've spent most of my day since I've been home, and I'm okay with that. Like, sometimes we just need that. It led me to a very interesting place, because I've been really reflecting and really sitting with, maybe I need to actually explore going on some sort of medication for my ADHD. Maybe that is part of the solution, to just help everything in my brain get rebalanced. And TikTok led me down a very interesting place of finding that some of the symptoms from ADHD and PMDD, which is like feeling severely depressed before your menstrual cycle, can be part of a high histamine response. And so I'm in this brainwave of like maybe exploring, learning more about that. I just am like everywhere and nowhere at once, and curious like what will help me feel more myself and less like a victim of my mind, and like that I'm being taken by it no matter where it goes. Like if it's in a good mood, it's like I'm on this high that like is so amazing, but also like it's hard when you don't feel that high, because then you're striving and you're searching for that. And then I feel like a hostage when my mind is not in a good place of getting stuck in these negative looping thoughts that keep me from moving forward. I don't have the answer. I have no answers. I don't even really have a point. This is just a rambling. This is the reality, is that some days and some weeks are just freaking hard. And like, I'm so grateful that I made this week of all weeks the week to like take care of myself, because like I said, I feel like doing the things that I have for myself every day have kept me afloat, and I don't know where I would be if I hadn't had those things. But I'm hoping this week that is coming is more light and more manageable, and hopefully that is what the next video will be. But this is the reality. So thanks for listening to me ramble. Maybe you are in the same place, and I would be curious to know what helps you when you feel stuck. And just know that we are all like in this life together. No one is alone. And this is so much a reminder for myself. I'm so grateful for you, because you keep me accountable to myself, to showing up literally all year. You've held me accountable to just check in with myself. So thank you. I will see you in the next one. It'll be less rambly maybe. I can't promise that, but I love you. And I'll see you then. Bye.